Oh, I actually thought EA Ski was making these beats, bro. Come to find out, It's My Ego was created by Dominic Brazil and Thomas McCree. They made the beats. What's going on, bro? Oh, Manpower 2? I thought it was EA Ski who made that. Dominic Brazil and Thomas McCree? Well, my curiosity all started here. You got these two guys making EA Ski's beats, right? So I started researching the album credits, right? And come to find out, he was affiliated with this guy named CMT, a producer, right? CMT. And I stumbled across this magazine article where they interviewed CMT, right? So check out this question from the article, right? What then eventually caused the two of you to part ways as a duo? CMT's words. This is CMT. I always thought we would continue to do music in any fashion, whether in front or behind the scenes, whether music or film. A few years before we ended, rappers were sending vocals and only saying EA Ski did the beat, and my credit for Ice Cube's Penitentiary, a Be Legit song. I can't remember offhand, but my credit had been missing on purpose. We had a meeting about the unfairness I was witnessing. The meeting ended good, but nothing changed. I assumed he wanted all the producer credit for all the beats I made. I say again, I assumed he wanted all the producer credit for all the beats I made. It was no secret. I did all the music. This is CMT saying this. This is not me saying this. This is not no one else saying this. This is the words from his partner, CMT. It was no secret. I did all the music. But I guess if other rappers said it would solidify his involvement with the music, I could not continue to let that go on, so I moved on. So CMT made all the Spice One joints. CMT made Blast If I Have To. And CMT made the Masterpiece stuff. But what I can understand is, how come nobody mentions CMT? How come Master P never mentioned CMT? How come Spice One never mentioned CMT? How come Ice Cube? He produced the Ice Cube track. How come he never mentioned CMT? Why is everybody mentioning EA Ski when it was CMT who made all the beats? So who is CMT? Mark Ogleton, producer from Oakland, California. California. Most of the time he produces together with EA Ski, right? The True album, he was the one making the beats. There's his name right there in his face, right? Album credits right there. And as you can see here, Blast If I Have To. Producers EA Ski, CMT. And there's Tom Lukens. You see Tom Lukens mentioned in a lot of his videos when it comes to engineering. He call him his tech guy, Tom. When actually Tom is the one who's mixing a lot of his stuff. Tom is not his tech guy. Tom Lukens is the one actually doing the mixing. But on EA Ski's videos, he call him his tech guy. He's doing the doggone mixing. And of course, Brian Big Bass Gardner, we all know him. And look at the writers. Even CMT is credited for writing and composing that song. And of course, you have samples, right? And here's the Spice One. Spice One album credits. Again, you see CMT's name there again, right? Producer, CMT, 3 tracks, right? 3 tracks, EA Ski and CMT. And as you can see right here from the interview, CMT made all the beats. So from looking at Ice Cube's Man Up credits, right? For the Man Up and Man Down albums, right? And It's My Ego, you saw those credits. And Man Down, you saw those credits. EA Ski, in my opinion, didn't do any of those beats. So what is EA Ski actually doing? Is he just pressing play from those machines? Is he actually mixing and using his analog gear? Or is it Tom Lukens, the one mixing the analog gear and mixing his beats? So what is it? Is EA Ski a press play producer? Not making anything but trying to take all the credit? Just something to think about, because I didn't realize this until I just stumbled across Ice Cube's album credits. And that spurred me to do further research. I'm going to give CMT the credit. I'm going to give Dominic Brazil and Thomas McCree the credit. I'm going to give them the flowers because they are the ones who made the beat. They are the ones who did the production. And this is why many labels today are not signing certain individuals, because now they are keen on these middleman producers who have no talent. Now they are signing the ones who can actually make anything, anytime, upon request, people. I want you to think about that. And that's why many of these labels are going straight to the college campuses, straight to the PhDs in music production, in music in general, guys who have master degrees and PhDs who are musical geniuses and can create anything. The labels are signing them. Because in the past, you had this finesse. People who have no talent at all finessing the industry while using real talented people for their own personal gain. If he's doing all the beats, he should get the credit. There should be no middleman. Just like Dominic Brazil and Thomas McCree. So basically, who is Dominic Brazil? I'm going to show you who Dominic Brazil is. Check it out. This is Dominic Brazil. Looks familiar? This is the What Is From guy on social media. And here is one of his many YouTube pages, right? YouTube channels. This guy got a couple of YouTube channels here. This is crazy. But this is one of them, right? And he always says, where's this from? Where's this from, right? This is his channel right here. Dominic Brazil, the one who created It's My Ego, who did the keyboards, who programmed the beats. The one who created Man Down, who programmed the drums, who played the synths. This guy right here, who played the guitar. But you never see or hear EA Ski even mention this guy. But he is the one who's doing it. He is the one making those beats that you see on this channel. It's him, Dominic Brazil. He's the one making it. I'm going to show you some more of Dominic Brazil right now. Okay, here is another YouTube channel. Same guy. I think he has like 10 YouTube channels. This is crazy. But Dominic Brazil, right? This channel here has his most subscribers. 50,000 subscribers, right? And here's his shorts. Where this from? Okay, I'm gonna let you.
Where's this from? Where's this from? What if I told? Where's this from? Where's this from? Where's this from?
Now, he is the guy behind Ice Cube's It's My Ego and Ice Cube's Man Up. He is the guy behind that. So why doesn't EJ Ski mention this guy at all? But he's on the credits. And if you listen to his clips, he remakes a lot of old school beats. He remakes a lot of old school music, right? Instrumentals. He remakes them. And I noticed that EA Ski was doing a bunch of like remakes, right? Reflips. But you never see him make the beat. You know why you never see him make the beat? Because this guy is making the beat. This guy right here is making the beat. It's in the album credits. He is making the beat. This guy right here. So guess what? Dominic Brazil, I'm giving you flowers, sir. You're going to get your proper respect and acknowledgement. You are the one the labels should be signing. You are the one UMG should be signing. You the one did the music. You the one did the beats. And we need to support Dominic Brazil because he's a real musician and he is the one making the music. This whole middleman pretending and nonsense, this middleman hustle crap has got to stop. There's no need for a middleman. Labels go straight to the producer and sign the producer. All this guy needs is a manager. That's it. No middleman. He makes the music. Why are we paying somebody else just to do nothing? He is the one making the music. He is the one who should get all the production credits, all of it. But I digress. Let's continue. This is Thomas McCree, Tomcat Music. Remember him? Credited for It's My Ego and Man Down. He also played his part in those productions, playing the leads, right? And here is his Instagram page with only 1,920 followers. That's bullshit. I'm going to tell you that straight up. This man should have 100,000 followers, 60,000 followers. You know why? Because he's the one actually doing the music. He is the one who deserves the flowers. And I'm going to give him his flowers that he rightfully deserves. And he needs to be broadcasted all over the place. Labels should go to him. And they know it. And they should. But for some reason, somebody's blocking these individuals from their shine when they are doing all the work. And that's why, again, labels have figured this out now. They figure this out. They understand this whole middleman scheme that's going on. But nowadays, labels are bypassing all these little music producer hustlers and going straight to the college campuses now. So they're getting the top producers who actually know how to play because they've been trained to have an ear for music and to play at will with PhDs and master degrees. They are signing them to contracts. Because if I own a label, which I do, starting my own label, my own company, right? And that goes for everybody. Everyone should start their own company. There should not be any middleman guy, only a manager and an accountant and a lawyer. There should be no middle person. So when anybody has a song, it should be produced by Thomas McCree. Keyboards by Thomas McCree. Drum programming by Thomas McCree or Dominic Brazil. Because they are the ones who doing the work. Mixing engineered by Tom Lukin. He's not a tech guy. He's the one that actually mixing the stuff. What type of game are we playing here? And all the people out there who fell for this and are still naive, shame on you. Shame on you. And shame on me. Because I fell for it too. Until I opened my eyes and started seeing these red flags. This guy's not making any of these beats. These guys are. And why they are not getting the credit they deserve. Everybody should know these guys. Thomas McCree. Everybody should know them. Dominic Brazil. Everybody should know them. And if you want music, I should go to Thomas McCree. I should not even go. Why am I going to EA Ski for? He can't make any of these beats. I should go to CMT, Thomas McCree, and Dominic Brazil. Those are the people I should be going to if I want additional production. Not EA Ski, a middleman. Why do I need a middleman for? The people are right here. Stand up, man. Be a king and stop being a follower. A lot of you out here are just followers. You get blinded by this nonsense, blinded by this spell, this hustle game, and you become a fish to pretendians and fraud. Are you going to wake up for once in your life? Are you going to continue to be a pawn? Because if you want to be a pawn, we can make it where needful things is in your life. We'll make it that your gluttonous consumption will consume you. If that's what you want, that's what you will get. And I will support you through your endeavor of gluttonous and hoarding. I will support you because I want you to be happy. Drain all your money away and get nowhere. I will support you. But I know who I will be supporting now is Thomas McCree and Dominic Brazil and CMT, because they are the ones who deserve the accolades. They are the ones who put in the work. But you have these hustlers and pretendians have brainwashed you with misinformation so you could worship them as they are as if they are gods. I know y'all watched the series The Boys on Amazon Prime. Homelander, total fraud, egotistical, narcissistic, self-indulging. Kind of reminds you of something or someone. But I digress. But I can tell you this, from now on out, I'm going to promote Thomas McCree and Dominic Brazil and CMT because they are the ones who deserve their proper just due. They are the ones. And I'm going to say this. If these guys are doing all the production, why don't you just make a band? Make a band like Parliament Funkadelic. It could be EA Ski, Thomas McCree, CMT, and Dominic Brazil in one band, one group. Then everyone can get equal credit. Across the board. Maybe 10, 30, 30, 30. Because CMT, Dominic Brazil, and Thomas McCree are the ones actually doing everything. You can I'll just say 33, 33, 33. But I digress again. Wake up, people. Wake up. These guys are doing the beats. You never seen an individual perform a beat? That individual is a press play producer. Can't make anything. They're just hustling the game, finessing the game. That's it. And I will create some more videos to explain the difference between real producers who create and press play producers who just pretend they create. Peace, and I'll see you the next video. Stand up and wake up.